would like to share a poem with you written by Jennifer Gelencia, which happens to be my sister. The poem came from a publication called The Heart of a Poet Too by Angela Clemens, who also happens to be my little sister. The poem is called Could. When I look at you, Queen, I am so proud. Never a whisper. I want you to shout out loud. You go, Queen. Do it, sister girl. You're the most beautiful creature witnessed in the world. In your Sunday best or dressed to the nines, looking, smelling, feeling fine. Your experience, intellect, and skill cause blessings and favor to follow you at will. To your family and community, you are the center, a fierce protector of your children. No enemy dare enters. Just imagine if all queens came together. We could use our power to change the world forever. Thank you.
Now you know. This is one of my poems that I actually had the opportunity to have been placed in one of the books that has been written from the First Baptist Church of Highland Park. It was a contributing writings of about maybe 50 to 100 women who had different types of, whether it's poetry or encouraging words to give to other people. So I chose to give a few of my my writings because I'm a psalmist. I like to write a lot. So this is one of my hidden talents. This one is entitled Now You Know. Knowing is half the battle. Don't stay there. Now you know who you are. Work toward your potential. The Lord has given you a mandate. Don't procrastinate. And don't delay. Don't stop. Go all the way. You will be glad you did. Now you know you are special and unique. Greatness in every sense of the word. Search no further. It's been there the whole time. You were born in your mother's womb. The negative words that were spoken before others, use them to move past that to get to where you should be. Now you know. This one is called The Blessings of the Lord. The blessings of the Lord are upon me. Thank you, Lord, you found me to give and share your love, grace, and mercy. Never knew what I know now. To be favored and loved by a God like you. This wisdom you give, oh, what a joy you bring to me and mine. Many have doubted what you have done. I will never doubt. You are on my mind. You are my regulator and my redeemer and the lover of my soul. Oh, what a blessing it is to be in the presence of you, Lord.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Kimberly Harris, and I'm interviewing two beautiful queens today from the Journey of a Queen documentary, Mrs. Javii Pittman and Mrs. Zinya Gray. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. We are fantastic.
Yes.
Excited to be here.
Well,
I'm nervous, but go ahead.
Sister
You
girl.
should be. You're so beautiful.
Thank you.
Let me ask you both. I understood that you've come quite far as a duo.
Yes.
You co-host a podcast of some sort?
Well, it's
It's
a
television, internet broadcasting company, which is the WBGR Sports and Entertainment, located in Lanham, Maryland. We both discovered, well, actually, a group called the Husbands of Largo. They had previously had their show back in 2016. And they asked us to do some advertising about our product that we're both with in a multi-level marketing company that we share together.
And we started co-hosting our own show.
Yeah, they gave us a phone call and say, hey, you guys got what it takes. And it was like, really? Us? No, you talked to the wrong people.
So you certainly both define beauty and talent and brains.
Yes.
So let me ask both of you, starting with you, Ms. Pittman, how did you get involved in this pageant?
Well, actually, through our show, Jennifer Gelencia was one of our guests on our show. And we have developed somewhat of a bond with her, and she has inspired me a great deal since she's been on our show. She has done a number of internet posts that inspire me and encourage me on a daily basis. And she, in turn, has been working with mayoral candidate Dr. Fred Newsome, and had suggested that Zinya and I participate in this pageant. I believe she nominated us as to be candidates.
Yeah.
And Queen Gray, how
Yes.
did you become involved in addition to
Well, to piggyback on what Queen Javii just mentioned, Jennifer Gelencia, she actually connected with us. She was on that show previously. It's been about 2 years ago, actually, and she was a special guest on our show. Prior to that, she's been following us quite often on a lot of things that we do, because we do outside engagement as well. And she's been kind of, I'm going to call her a peeping Tom on Facebook, kind of following us behind and seeing what kind of different things we've done in the community. To make a long story short, she contacted us individually to let us know that you have been nominated to be a part of the pageant for the Newsome Queens Baltimore, Washington pageant. So here we are.
That's wonderful. That's outstanding. I want you to both, individually, I want you to tell the listening audience about your backgrounds, your individual backgrounds.
Well, I'm a mom. Of course, my children are grown. I am also a Washington WMATA bus instructor. I teach people how to drive those big old city buses in Washington, D.C., along with the shows that Zinya and I do. I am also, I have in the past done work in my community with the homeless, feeding them, as well as, different shelters and stuff of that nature. Mostly now I'm on that road to retirement and just working, getting things in place so that after retirement I can, work my own personal business.
And Queen Gray, share with us.
Well, I'm an entrepreneur. I've been an entrepreneur for over the last 15 years. I actually was laid off my job back in 2015. And ever since then, I've never looked back on the job. I've been doing a lot of different types of events to generate additional income. Prior to working with the station where I am now, it's just been really great and meeting a lot of new people. I'm a newlywed. Shout out for newlyweds. We combined, we have 7 children, 4 grandchildren. And as Javii mentioned, we've been having such an amazing opportunity to step out of our comfort zones, but this is truly not our norm, even though people say this fits us well, but without a shadow of a doubt, we just love meeting new people, so.
Individually, I want you both to talk a little bit about what the importance of unity means to you amongst women.
Oh, wow. Unity, to me, is the key to just life itself. We, as women, need to learn how to love one another. We need to learn how to encourage each other and understand that we need each other. Unity, oh God, unity. If, as we go through this time, and we know we're gonna go through some rough times in the days ahead, we as women are going to have to come together, and we are going to have to stand united, because it's going to be some rough, hard days ahead of us. And if we stick together, we as women can help get our men through it, because if we fall, they're definitely going to fall. And if we come together and unite, I truly believe we can get through this.
You make our
together.
family strong.
Yes.
Wow. Well, to be in unity, it's about communication. It's about who you know. It's about sharing your love, sharing your stories, being supportive, not being jealous of one another, not being arrogant, not being puffed up, not being conceited, not being who you're not when you're something else. Being united is when you're together. You're never going to break that bond, because once you break that bond, outside of that circle, it's broken and there's no way to fix it. But when you're in unity, that circle is completed. And once that circle is complete, I feel like I'm preaching right about now. Once that circle is completed, there is nothing that's going to break that circle, because that bond is so tight and inseparable. But when you're united we stand, united we fall. But when we fall, we got people on the side of us bringing us back up, because we know when we fall again, we have that support, we have those people behind us to give us what we're needing. And trust and believe, even through, as Javii just said, through this time, regardless of how long or when it's going to take place, but we have to make sure that there is no more me, myself, and I, but there's a we. There's an I. There's no I in team, there's a we, because you have that letter E in there. So always remember that unity is a we thing, not an I thing. But when you're together, you can't fall.
And bouncing off of that energy, what are the words of inspiration you would give to young women today out there in your audience?
Words of inspiration to young women. First and foremost, listen. I know when I was young, I did not want to hear what someone older than me had to say. But when I got old, I realized that what they were telling me was what I needed to hear. And I ended up, as my mom said, breaking those bricks down to the foundation and starting to build my life over. And if I had listened when I was younger to my not my peers, the ladies that were older than me, my mom, my grandmother, aunts, aunts, I would have been a lot further than I was. It took me 25, 26 to wake up, but if I was younger, and listened, I would have been a little further. So my inspiration to them is just to listen, because you will find that the females in your life, if they are instructing you, it's to help you. If they're instructing you, it's to help you grow and to encourage you. It's not to hurt you. And a lot of times we want to do our own thing as young people, but doing your own thing can get you in trouble. It can get you in a lot of trouble. And just that would be my word of encouragement, because we tend to be hard-headed as young adults. And if you would just listen to the women around you, I'm sure you'll prosper.
That's good. Same question, right?
Same question.
For women, younger, I call them millennials. The millennials have a tendency of being, I call them the microwave stage age, because they want everything quick. They want the process to end quickly so that they're thinking that the results, once the microwave has finished, that it has been already finalized and it's already cooked and the ingredients are already there. But lo and behold, even if it's in the microwave stage, it's not fixed easily. Meaning that when you are eating something, it's not cooked properly. So my young sisters, you are beautiful. Don't rush anything. Don't allow anyone else to tell you what you are not capable of doing. But always remember who you are first, because you're the only one that will be able to know who you really are. But once you get out there, and yes, the skies are the limits. Yes, there are things out there that will be just for you, but don't rush it. Keep going on. Just because someone tells you what you can't do, always do the total opposite and say, yes, I can do it because I'm mandated to do it. I'm capable of doing it because I am beautiful. I'm gorgeous. I am able to do anything I can put my mind to. When I touch something, I know that my hands have been created to make it work. We all are inventors in our own right. We all are carpenters, young ladies in our own right. Be creative, and knowing what you're being creative for is to understand the process so that you will ever be able to know where you'll be able to go after that through your destiny.
Ladies, that's beautiful. And if you both had to give kind words to Dr. Newsome, just share your spirit.
Oh, Dr. Newsome. Kind words, there are not enough kind words to say about that man. I'm just thankful. I'm truly thankful to Dr. Newsome, just because he took the time to honor us and give us our flowers while we are alive. I feel that I'm laid out here. I just feel that way. My heart is happy. My heart is glad. And I'm truly humbled and thankful for this honor that he has bestowed upon me today. And I know in my heart that I feel he will do Baltimore great when he is elected mayor of Baltimore City. And I just want to just open my heart to you and say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
What can I say about Brother Fred? I call him Brother Fred. I'm just that kind of girl. Brother Fred, he's when I first met him, he actually took me out to lunch because he knows my true story. And this guy, he made me so, I felt so appreciative to know that he really loves women because of who they are. Not knowing that as a woman and to be an empowering for others is to say a lot when you have somebody else to see your worth. There's not a lot of people out here that would notice someone's worth, and I tell you, I'm very humbled to meet him. I'm very humbled into knowing him. I'm very humbled into sharing his enthusiasm and all of his great work that he'll be doing for the city of Baltimore. And my prayer is that I'll be able to be there and live in the city of Baltimore and have a new life there. So I commend Brother Fred for all of his accolades and all of the things that he has done and what he's done for all of us here to acknowledge us of our gifts and our talents.
Well, ladies, I must say, you both are internally and externally exquisitely gorgeous.
Thank you.
Two beautiful queens, there you have it. Thank you so much for listening today to these two beautiful queens. Thank you.